Thank you. Yeah, changing everything is actually Community Microlending's positioning statement. When we were founding the organization, we went through a whole series of things and we kept coming back to, well, what we're really doing is changing everything. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that tonight. I want to give a special welcome to the Uni 201 class. Vu and I at Community Microlending, along with Nicole and Rupert as guest speakers, have been teaching a course at UVic this month on alternate economies. And if you don't know about the Uni 201 and Uni 101 program, Google it. But our class is here, and this is their last class. They took a field trip to the panel, so we appreciate them coming. Okay, so I was assigned some questions, and I took my assignment quite literally. So I'm just going to walk you through the answers to the questions that the organizers provided us, and I'm going to tell you in those answers a little bit about community microlending. And it was really interesting to hear Stephen's comments about we need to create a local fund, we need a mechanism for local investment, and community microlending, in a small way, actually is that. It's already here. And just everyone else, or many of the speakers, have asked a question to the audience to take a temperature, so I'm going to do that. First of all, how many people are familiar with the concept of microlending? Excellent. Okay. How many people, before I got up here, or before you read the Focus magazine article telling you about tonight, how many people are or were aware that microlending is already happening right here in Victoria? Excellent. Okay, so hopefully I won't tell you things that you already know. Brief history, because we were asked to do that. What is the history of the kind of financial model that you're providing? I'm not going to go through it. Grameen Bank, 1976, kind of modern incarnation of microlending. Stephen also said that Montreal, or Quebec rather, was ahead of us. Montreal has been doing microlending since 1987. So there's the Montreal Community Loan Fund, there's a loan fund in Ottawa, loan fund in Galliano, and then in 2009 we come to Victoria and community micro lending. And I want us to notice the difference between Ottawa Community Loan Fund, Montreal Community Loan Fund, and community micro lending. We are in action. We are doing an action together in community. And I'm going to tell you more about that right now. So we've made 10 loans so far, and some people think, wow, that's not very much, and some people say, wow, that's incredible. I happen to think it's incredible. And that is because when we started the organization, we started with an idea and a group of people who said, yeah, this idea is going to work. There were no loan agreements, borrower agreements, there were no lenders, there were no mentors, there was just an idea. And in the past 2 years, we've created or helped to expand 10 small businesses right here in Victoria. So we've lent, and again, this sounds, especially when we hear all the big figures, we've lent approximately $45,000. Small, but that's how we start, right? Yeah. And we have 6 loan funds, and I can talk about those more in the question period, but I really want to emphasize that our model is not to have loan funds. People came and said, hey, we've raised $3,000 for a sustainability loan fund, will you take it? And of course we said, yes, we're not going to turn away money. But really, this is the beauty of our model. When I say we have lent $45,000, what that really means is individual people in the community have read about our entrepreneurs online, and I'll take you through that process in a minute. And let's go with the most recent loan. Gavin needed to borrow $4,970. He's a landscaper and stonemason. He needed to buy a trailer, build a website, and do some more promotions. He's already been in business for about 5 months. He started his business with a borrowed truck and some tools. So Gavin's loan was met by 3 local lenders. The loan before that, Kelly, you may have seen her on the front page of the business section during Small Business Week. Her business is called Love Bites. She needed some money to buy an oven and some ingredients to make all-natural dog biscuits. Her initial loan was for $3,000. That loan was met by 6 local lenders, investing an average of $500 each. Right? So what we do at Community Microlending is we identify entrepreneurs, and if there's anyone who wants to borrow money, Vu, can you wave your hand? That's the guy you see. He's our Director of Entrepreneur Support. And Vu works with the entrepreneurs from idea stage, because a lot of people come and they've got a great idea and need some help getting it into business stage. We work with people to create business plans, make sure it's going to be viable, come up with a budget. And when the business looks good to Vu and I, we send it to the loan committee, again, volunteers from the community that have experience in business. And they say, yeah, this loan looks good. or it doesn't, but we like to set people up for success. And then after the loan is approved, it goes up onto our website. It's given a risk rating that we take very seriously. All of the entrepreneurs have had credit checks, criminal record checks, letters of reference, and so on. So we do a lot of due diligence because we realize when we're asking you to invest your money, we better do a good job in setting your investment up for success. So we have approximately 30 lenders, and I can't tell you the exact amount because some people have gotten together, pooled their money, and then the loan comes in one person's name, but we know that there are a number of people behind that loan. The return on your investment, the economic return, the social return, I'm going to show you a slide in a minute that hopefully will pop your head off because it popped my head off making it. The economic return is 2%, so you get 2% on your loan. The term of loan is 1 year to 5 years, and that's set by the loan committee, and it depends on how risky the business is, how much time the business needs to get going, and all of those sorts of things. And you'll notice our website on every slide, so you can go and find out more. But if you're trying to find it on your iPhone right now, you can't because it's built with Flash. We're actually rebuilding our website in a more usable format, so if you're looking for it right now and it tells you can't find it, that's okay, just focus up here. Okay, I think that's probably enough about our lending model. And I'm happy to tell you more, and my business cards are everywhere, and my website, or our website rather, is there. But now I want to highlight for you these businesses, because you'll see, and I'll just read them out briefly for those at the back. So these are the 10 businesses that we funded: Complete Maintenance Service, Stir It Up Caribbean Restaurant, Soul Beauty Therapies, Dominion Lending, a mortgage broker, Gary's Custom Welding, a counselor service, Green Girl Gardens, Peasant Gardener Landscaping, Love Bites, Handmade All Natural Dog Biscuits, and a cab driver at Victoria Taxi. So is there a rhyme or a reason? Do we lend to a particular kind of business? No. Because communities are not made up of particular kinds of people, right? Communities are made up of everyone. And so we lend to people who have an idea and a passion and the ability and drive and support, which we help to provide, to carry that business out. So if you ever thought you might want to start a business and you need $5,000 or less, that caps out at $5,000, again, you can find Vu, and I've put some of his business cards over there. Okay, so those are some of the businesses, but this is the next slide, and I'm not going to talk for too much longer, really illustrates to me why we are all here tonight. And that is because of the direct and indirect social and economic benefits of community investment. So here, this is the effect, a sketch of the effect of one loan. One small loan to Natalie, who works at Stir It Up, and she makes delicious roti, generates all of this other social and economic activity in the community. Just one loan, $4,000. So then have 10 of those slides, and you get more crazy red lines going everywhere. All of these people, Natalie, United Way, Chamber of Commerce, the neighborhood newspaper writer, Judy, Natalie's mentor, Bobby at Complete Maintenance Services, the lenders that lent to Natalie, all of this is activity that if we weren't doing this, would not be happening. Right? That's the beauty of it. You give Natalie, lend Natalie $4,500 so she can put an awning on her restaurant, put some outdoor seating, and all of that other stuff, all of those other connections happen as a result. And I think, to me, that's the most exciting part about what we're doing at Community Microlending, and I think that's the most exciting piece of potential that each of us has together tonight to create more of these connective red lines that are about money but are about everything else as well. We were asked, what are some of the challenges and next steps? We get asked all the time, can I make a loan to Community Microlending and, as part of an RRSP? And I say not yet, but we're working on it. That requires some legislative change at the provincial level, which I'm sure we can accomplish. The other thing that we need to do, the other kind of piece that's missing, is more promotion. So we need to get out there in the community more. We need more entrepreneurs, more lenders, more mentors. And then that, of course, is a question of capacity. We're a small nonprofit. We all are there. There's 3 of us working part-time to make this happen. So that's what we need more of. My last thought that I want to leave us all with before I sit down. And again, this comes from what one of the other speakers said and kind of the general gist of how we're conceiving of this current historical moment as a recession or as coming out of a recession. But I think, and this isn't an original thought, I read it online, but I'm going to report it here to you, is that this is not a recession. This is the end of an era. It's the end of an era. And we here collectively are responsible for creating a new era together. Thank you.